I was about that action, cuz. All right, guys, welcome back to Please English. I am Reggie, and this is the lovely
Elvi.
Yo, if you don't stop whispering, I mean, at least you're keeping the same energy from the last episode. So, all right, I guess it's cool. Did anyone? Did you see what I did with my fingers when I said "to please English"?
No.
I did this. To please English.
Why?
I have no idea why I did that. I don't know.
You're like
Maybe
those,
I want to make it a thing. I don't know.
You're,
please.
Why is it this?
I have no idea. I don't know. It's like a little tornado or a hurricane or something. I don't know. A cyclone.
You're the character in Sesame Street. To please English.
Yo, that was actually really good.
I'm good at this, I know. I used to teach kids. Same like you. Oh, then you're supposed to be good at it. Kids.
You know
paper.
What? I'm looking. No, hold on 1 second. I'm looking at like the I don't know how to explain this, but I can see the voice waves, the sound waves. And when you said that, I looked over and it was just complete. It looked so bad. Like I was like, and this is the point where if you couldn't see the video, it was weird. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Anyway, today I want to talk about keeping that same energy. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about when I say keep that same energy?
Should I play dumb here?
I thought you had been playing dumb this entire time.
Oh wow, thanks.
All right, no.
Game on.
Where? Who's playing?
You and I.
Hey, but for real though, like, do you know what it means?
I know what it means, but I don't really use it.
Okay.
And I rarely hear people using it, I guess. Of course, not in my daily life.
Right. No, for sure. When someone says keep that same energy, it just means that whatever your position was or however you were before, don't try to change when the situation changes, right? Mm-hmm. Don't try to switch things up. Don't try to change, okay? So for example, guys, let's say Elvi has been talking behind my back to everyone and telling everyone how much
your taco meat.
Well, that too. How much my taco meat smells. No, I'm just joking. It doesn't smell. But let's say, for example, Elvi is talking behind my back and she's telling everybody like how bad my breath smells, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like, when I see him, I'm going to tell him how bad his breath smells. And then she gets in front of me and she's like, oh, hi, how are you? And blah, blah, blah. She didn't keep that same energy. You got to keep that same energy, right? Mm-hmm. That just means don't switch up. Don't try to act like anything else. Just keep that same energy. Be the same person you were then as you are now, or as you are now that you were then, okay? There's another example of this though, right? So you know how, think of, how can we say? So let's think of like online dating, right? You got your Tinder, your Bumble, whatever you use, right? And you might meet somebody and maybe you hit it off and then that person ghosts you, right? And he was like, damn, I thought we had a thing. It seemed all right. We met a few times. We had fun. And this person ghosts me. And then you see like 2 months later, you're out on another date and you see that person sees you and then they started messaging you like, oh, hey, how's it going? What you doing? You want to blah, blah, blah. No. This is that point where you tell them, you need to keep that same energy, right? Because you weren't messaging me before. And now all of a sudden you're trying to message me because you see I'm out here with this new pretty thing or this new fine thing or this new handsome thing. Keep that same energy. My face. You should see my face. Keep that same energy, cuz.
Zoom in.
Have you ever had to tell somebody? Well,
no, but I have a question.
Like,
what if you kind of like the other person more, the first person more?
Well, then that's a business decision, isn't it? That's the decision that you
How
need
to keep both of them.
I mean, if that's what you're into, yeah, sure. Why not?
No, that's not me. I'm just asking for our listeners.
I know. I'm just saying you as in just
I know.
the ethos, the universe.
But I still need to make it clear because my students are listening too.
Students. No, but one thing I did want to ask you though is, have you ever had to like you never said that, but the gist of what you said is basically keep that same energy. Have you ever had to do that to someone?
Yeah, quite a lot actually.
Really? You got any cool examples?
Like similar to the example that you just
any example. It doesn't really matter. Anyone.
No, I'm just saying it's the one that's
okay. I got you.
What you said.
All right, so let's hear it.
But I didn't
story time with Elvi.
No, it's just like it happened quite sometimes, not just one. Like guys do that. They're just like when they're playing, like they will have probably 5 girls like in his hand at one time. Wait, and then like
can you imagine that? I can't even really hold one person in my hand, let alone 5. But yeah, metaphorically, yeah, I got you. I was just joking.
Yeah, but and I think there was this guy, probably I'll just use him as an example. Okay. So like there's this guy, like we went out and everything was great, blah blah, and he was like, oh, I really like you and wanted to know you more, blah blah, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And then I found out that he still has a girlfriend, and yeah, and then he's like, oh, actually she's kind of like my ex because we just break up and get back and break up and get back, and like I really want to break up with her, but like I just need some time. And then I told him like, okay, then deal with your stuff first, right. Then we can then we can talk about us. And then he just he ghosted me.
You ghosted Elvi?
Yeah, he ghosted me. And then like I think after, I'm not sure how long, there was one time I called him. He picked up the phone and then he's like, oh, hi. And I say, oh, like, where have you been? And blah, blah, trying to have trying
to be normal, but
yeah, but like deep down, I'm like, where the
where you been at? I'm coming to, no, you wouldn't do that. I was like, I'm coming to your house, but that's not your style. No. Anyway,
yeah. I didn't even know where he lived.
Shows how much you cared.
and then he was like, oh, I'm here with my girlfriend, blah blah. And then I heard a woman's voice, like, baby, blah blah,
Who is that?
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, okay, bye. But of course I was kind of like upset and mad, but then of course I just went on dating and like stuff. And then he would come back once in a while and like, hey, like, what you doing? Like, oh, I just want a clean slate, like things like that. So yeah, that would be the time that I wanted to say, you should keep that energy.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, I feel you. That's a good one, actually.
Yeah. Or like just a funny one. Like sometimes my brother would say something or jokingly like saying something wrong. Right. Like there was one time, I think it wasn't me or, oh, no. I took out a plate of fruit. What
kind of fruit was it?
Guava.
Oh, okay. We with it. Rocking with it.
Yeah. So no, tomatoes.
You just had to do that. Like,
you reminded me. I didn't even think.
I wasn't even going there. How did me agreeing with the fruit made you go tomatoes? I don't even, I hate tomatoes. See, this is, if you've been with us so far, this is what I said. She comes for me no matter what. Like, no matter if it's an episode, real life, in my dreams, she just comes
Oh, wow.
for me.
Really?
You come
In
for me
your
my
dream?
dreams too.
Wow.
Yeah, you do.
I'm honored.
I might have just made that up. But anyway.
See, that's why I come at you. Anyway, so I took it out, and then I looked, my brother was standing next to me, and then all of a sudden he's like, bring it to the dad, to our dad. And then I was like, what? Was that an order or like a command? And he's like, no, I'm saying, like, you know. And I was like, nah, okay. You should keep the same energy.
Yeah,
fine.
keep that same energy.
You just keep talking like that. It's okay. We'll see.
Keep that same energy. That's
he does that a lot, actually.
He's a little brother too.
Yeah.
Keep that same energy. It's like when like you have a little brother and you'll be like far away, like you'll say something to them and they're like, man, I ain't gotta do it. And you say, what? And they go, oh no, I was just saying, keep that same energy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what my brother does.
Little brothers
like,
or little sisters always
can
do
you pass the salt or something like that?
Right.
And he's like, nope.
No. Keep that same energy. No, for sure.
It's fine. Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah.
No, I like to tell students. I don't actually tell students. I think it in my mind. When students, when it's time to it's treat day. Maybe I'm giving a treat or something like that. I don't do it very often because I don't believe you need a treat for doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? But at the same time, I like to, give my students some treats sometimes. And I like to give it to them, especially when they've been doing pretty well. And sometimes, though, those kids you'll have those kids who the whole entire year, I might have to tell them, stop standing in the chair. Stop doing backwards flips off the desk. I mean, they don't do that, but I've had kids stand in the chair before. Oh. And I was just like, bruh, are you really standing in the chair? Like, who raised you that you're standing in the chair? Like, your parents didn't raise you to stand in the chair. You're just doing that because I'm not your mom and dad, right? So when it's treat time and they looking for that treat, now it's like doing all the work. Asking me to, teacher, you want me to carry your books? Yeah. Teacher, there's something on the floor. Should I get it? Teacher, look what he's doing. He's like, no. First of all, you're a snitch because you're telling on people. This whole year, you've been doing all kinds of stuff, right? Yeah. You've been writing curse words in your book.
How do you know?
No, that's not even a lie. Wow. I'm talking about particular. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You've been writing curse words in your book all year. You wrote one on the board, and now it's time to get these treats. You're all good. Nah, kid. I be wanting to say, keep that same energy you had yesterday. And the other 4 months that you've been doing this all for 4 months.
The past 4 months and 1 day.
Bruh. The past 4 months and 1 day. Nah, keep that same energy. No,
but
for
kids
sure.
do that.
They
can change 180 like in just 1 minute because they want candy.
Because they want candy. Yeah, nah, for sure. They just really need to just keep that same energy. Is there a group of, maybe not a group of people, but is there like some people that you would like for them to keep that same energy?
Girls.
Why in my mind Beyonce's song came out, who runs the world, girls? I don't know why that came to my mind.
Because of the word.
Yeah.
But
isn't that
girls,
the same context?
well, I think I don't know, or adults in general.
Yeah.
Like they'll just be
adults in general.
Yeah. It's just they're just fake.
Yeah.
Sometimes two-faced. But like to me it's like if I don't like you can literally see it from my like facial expression, even like the movement of my mouth. Like you can tell I don't like you.
Really?
Yeah.
Because when I first met you, I didn't think you liked me.
Then probably that was true.
Wow. That really
it always started from
penetrated
0
my heart.
And then like, see what this person does to me and then it adds up.
Wow. I don't even have anything to say. I'm glad you didn't keep that same energy though. Sometimes you don't need to keep. Sometimes you do need to like change. That's not like an example, but like sometimes keeping that same energy is probably wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Actually,
especially when you're growing as an adult.
That's what I said. So
yeah.
that's why I said like adults need to, but I think they have to kind of be fake sometimes, or like two-faced sometimes, because that's how you survive. But but a lot of times it's just like girlfriends would come to me and say, oh, like, especially when you like teenage girls, right, be like, oh, I don't like Jessica because like she's doing this and that and blah blah blah, and like she's wearing this and I just don't like it. And then the next day you'll see them like chatting and like, yeah, Jessica, I like your shirt. And I'm like, yeah, get out.
Fake.
Yeah.
I was talking with a friend the other day, and a coworker actually, and we were talking about like, it was a friend, and we were talking about like how this is an example of guys not always keeping the same energy, but it's probably for the good. How when you're a young lad in the world and you get into a fight with another boy, and then somehow 30 minutes later you're the best friends and you become best friends for the remainder of your life.
But that's the thing with guys.
Yeah.
Like you're willing to confront each other, but girls don't do that. Girls would just like bury that feeling inside and just try to be friends with you still, just to instead of being like, yo, we're gonna beat each other's heads in and then we're gonna be friends. I actually like that. That's why I have more guy friends.
I like how you just said that with a straight face. There was no smile. I was like, no, but
no,
really,
I really do.
That.
I prefer people like telling me things straight up. Like if you don't like me, or if I did something wrong to you that you didn't like, you just tell me.
Right.
And if I think it's my fault, I can just apologize.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But that's a lot of people will just fake it, and and you can actually see through them, but you just like
That's true.
So like at the back of my head I would say, yeah, you should keep that same energy. But like of course, like on Facebook, if they like comment on your post, you still be like, yeah, no, like you're so pretty. Oh no, you're prettier. Oh, thank you. Oh like, my God, yeah, but at the back of my head I'm just like, yeah, B. Like, I don't need this. I don't have time for you. Thanks. You don't even need to comment on my photos. I don't really care. Yeah.
Beep. Wow, you went hardcore on that.
Because it really happened to me for so many times.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I understand that some people are not like me. They can't be so straightforward. Maybe they're not brave enough to, like basically, how should I put it? Like, just they're not brave enough to not insult, but like to kind of separate themselves from the people that they don't like. Right. Some people just want to be this good guy or the good person in front of everyone. Yeah,
fair. Yeah. No, we call that.
They don't want to offend other people.
Yeah, no, for sure. I can understand that, because there's something to be said as keeping like cohesion and just keeping the peace between like people. But at the same time, sometimes some people just need to be told like, yo, don't front, as we say. Meaning like, keep that same energy. Don't act like this in one way. And sometimes you probably don't need to keep that same energy, because like I said, it keeps the peace. And sometimes it's not worth like being, sometimes it's not worth going to that extent when it's just like, you know what, squash it.
Yeah. So it really depends.
It depends. That's right. Keeping that same energy depends, though. Like, we should say there's a caveat there. There's a little asterisk. Like, sometimes you need to change. Some people that I would like to keep that same energy is people that can see the discrimination when it's happening to them or their group, but don't see that same discrimination when it's happening to someone else. Those people, I'm like, no, keep that same energy, because it's just because it's not happening to you doesn't mean that it's still not discrimination. You know what I mean? So like for me, and when we say discrimination, we just mean like things that happen to you it could be because of your race, your sexuality, your gender, or anything like that. I like for people who can see the discrimination that's happening to them or their group, but they can't see that happening to other people and like turn a blind eye or say, oh no, but this is what like we call it what do you call that? Like it's kind of like a mental gymnastics where you're just like, you can see like your stuff, but you can't see like other stuff. Like I want those people to keep that same energy because I think ultimately that makes the world kind of a better place. Mm-hmm. Yeah. True. So yeah, that's just my tidbit. What do I know? But I'm gonna keep that same energy though. You feel me? You feel me? But no. Thank you for sharing that though. That was pretty cool. It was very it was kind of insightful.
Thanks.
Yeah. But the crazy thing about it when I was like, yeah, guys just bash each other's heads in and then be best friends for the rest of their lives. You're like, yeah, I kind of like that. Your face, there was no like laughter. There was no like, it was like, oh yeah, that's probably how it should be. Let's beat each other up first. How it should be. Well,
it does
not necessarily beat each other up, but like let's get our stuff out.
Yeah.
And then we probably realize, oh, we got so much more in common than we realized.
In my opinion, that's way easier than just like hiding, faking, and guessing and overthinking. Yeah, you can just go to the person and say, hey, like, what's wrong? You know?
Right. No, absolutely. Being able to do that and being able to have be close enough to do that as well says
no, I always do that, but then like a lot of times those girls would be like, oh no, there's nothing wrong, like blah blah blah, but like you just deleted me from your group.
Right, exactly. You just kicked me out.
Yeah, and then now you're telling me like there's nothing wrong. Like
keep that same energy. Like, keep that same energy.
When I try to give them chances to explain and they just try to avoid me, then I gave up and I was like, okay, I'll just disappear in my life. Thank you very much. And then they would come back and like comment on my post and like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're still really pretty. Oh, look at you.
You're so pretty. You're still really pretty.
They're just like, it's obvious like they're trying to
trying to get back in your good graces.
Yeah. I don't have time for that.
Because you got time for floating like the G.
Yeah exactly. I need to like maybe study kung fu and how to become the G.
All right, guys, is there anything else you want to add before we like break out, before we get out of this episode?
Keep the same energy.
Hey,
guys,
let's go. Keep that same energy. Thanks, guys. Keep that same energy and keep listening to our podcast.
Don't forget to follow, share, and comment. Give us some good reviews.
Yeah, some good energy, good vibes.
10 stars.
20.
100.
1,000. We can keep going until we to the nth power.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Peace.
Bye.
Peace, gods.